Hello nail friends, and welcome back to another Honey Doll Nails video. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so that you may be notified of all future videos. Today I'm doing a review on Jodsone Gel Nail Polish. This is a 20 set polish that I have found on Amazon.com. It is only $9.99. Very good product for the money. Now, this is my first time using Jodsone. I was very impressed with their colors as well as the beautiful, aesthetically pleasing box that it comes in. Look at the art on the top of this box. So before we get started, I would just like to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for all of your comments. Everything was well received for the last couple of hauls that I did from Amazon. I had one more box to do, and that was this polish. Now, I worked on my nails the day before Valentine's Day, so I will be doing a Valentine's set of nails on myself, a manicure, full manicure, and a few embellishments on my nails. So you're going to go with me through this nail journey. Please forgive me if this video is too long. This video is over an hour long. I did not cut out anything. All the mistakes I made and everything I wanted to show you, because first of all, we had such a great conversation on the YouTube channel underneath my Moravon video. The comments were wonderful. Thank you for everyone that commented and was so concerned about me and my issues with gel. Now, I am not the best gel nail technician. I have been doing nails for a long time, but I don't know that much about gel because I took my time to get to know gel. Just gonna be honest with you, okay? I am still learning about gel. So as I go through this process, thank you so much. Your comments are so welcome, all right? Anything that you have to say that will help me be a better gel nail technician, I welcome it. All right, so let's jump right in. Look at these colors. Now, I did not swatch every color because, as you can see, this video is pretty long. I did not want to swatch every color. Now, when you look at that, I don't know if that's a piece of hair or that's just a piece of the bristle. I had just opened this box and I hadn't even used these polishes, and already I saw something in it. So I'll deal with that another time. But I just wanted to show you how lush these polishes were. The bottles are pretty small, but that's okay because this is for my own personal use, so I don't mind. There will be times when we will be going on vacation and we don't like to be lugging a whole lot of nail products in our bags going through the airport. So I was glad that the bottles were small, cute, petite, vibrant, nice and thick. And the bottles were pretty full. Now, later on in this video, I will be showing you how I warmed up my polishes without using a polish warmer. So I went through a few of the colors. I just wanted you to see how they looked. But again, like I said, I did not swatch any and I did not open up every bottle. I like the fact that it did have the color swatch on the top and a number coincided with the color. This particular set does come with top coat, base coat, and a matte. Also has instructions on how your polish can last longer. For those of you that wanted to take a nail course with me, I am booked up for the month of March. Normally around this time of the year, March, get started with my nail classes, and I do have 3-week courses. But unfortunately, I am all booked up for March. Now, if I do have some students that would like to take a course from me in advanced acrylic, then I might have another course probably in the fall. But right now, I normally only do one class a year. I'll try to fit that in. So you see that I had a hangnail. The hangnail was pretty bad. Don't come for me when it comes down to my nails. I will let you know the sob story about my cuticles and my nails. When I first opened up a bottle of polish, I was 8 years old. Okay, because my mother used to wear lead press on nails. I've told y'all that story many times. So I just loved the way that the polish would smell whenever she would do her nails, and I loved the way the glue would smell. Now, since I was a child, I have always had dry, cracked, sensitive cuticles and hangnails way before I even put any type of chemical on my nail. So my nails looking rough like this basically has been from damage from me not taking care of my nails after I take my press-ons off. As far as my cuticles are concerned, my cuticles were always rough and dry, and I always would have the snag skin, as you can see here. And my nails will also crack and break and be brittle. Now, I really don't put much emphasis into taking care of my nails. I don't. I really don't, because I do my nails so often, and just like most nail techs, we rip off, pull on, hey, do all types of stuff to damage our nails all the time. So I am going to start taking much better care of my nails than normal. All right, so we're going to start with the basic manicure. These are my own personal tools. That's why they look kind of rough, but they're mine. I only use them on myself. Also wanted to show you how to use a disposable cuticle cutter, which is this pink handle one that looks like a little scooper on the left hand side. So what I normally do is I will place that on the skin at an angle, and I will angle it down like I'm doing here, and I will press down lightly and take away that dead skin. Because I do have a hangnail on this side, I want to get as close as I can to it so I can take it out at the root. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to take away some of the callus that's on the side of my nail. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking away all this dead skin and callus on the side of my nail. Careful not to make myself bleed, because we all know the more you dig, the more you're going to get down to where you will bleed. So we don't want that to happen. So I just move gently, pushing up a little bit, and then going around and getting the dead skin away from the cuticle area. Now, I could have used a ball bit, like a cuticle ball bit, but I didn't want to do that because it only makes my cuticles rip more and make my cuticles more sensitive. So I take my time. I use a multiple technique, such as what I'm doing right now with the disposable, because I can get close. And it does have a guard on it somewhat, but I will let you know this: if you push down too hard, if you dig too hard, you can cut yourself. You can make your skin rip. As you can see, it does tear the skin a little bit, but you got to do what's best for you. So this is what's best for me. When you use the ball bit and go around the cuticle area, that's called a Russian manicure. I have some clients that prefer that, but I don't like it on my own skin. I just don't. All right, so now I'm getting down to where the hangnail is, and I'm just gonna take this little piece out here. And once I get that out, then I should be okay. I'm just pushing back and feeling, and then I can see if anything is still there. But I always have those little rips and tears on the side of my nails, even when I was a young child. Before I even started doing nails, I had it like just awful. I also like to cut my nails down pretty low whenever I do a manicure. Even if that's a regular manicure with no polish, or just a gel manicure, or just a clear manicure, I will always cut my nails down very, very short because I don't like a free edge when it comes down to doing my own natural nail. And also when I am putting on tips, I like to cut my nails all the way down too. So I'm just trying to loosen up some of this dead skin that I have and try to get all of that out that I possibly can. Now, you will not see me do both hands on camera because I didn't want this video to be too long. I just did the basics when it came down to showing you how I take a hangnail out of my own finger and do a manicure prep. So here I'm just gonna cut the free edge off of my nail. Now my nails won't grow like to a long length. They would if I took care of them a little better, but I do a lot of housework and I like to work in the garden and stuff like that. So I'm always digging and doing handiwork around my house. So my nails being long is not going to benefit me. I'm just throwing some press-ons when I get ready to go out, and that satisfies me. I'm okay with that. Okay, now I'm going to use my drill bit. This is the drill bit that I use along with the base that I use, the motor. Now I've had this motor for a while and I have switched out many different drill bits. So you can, the motor is good, but the drill bits will always give out. The handheld part will give out, so I will change that up every so many months. I will buy a new one because as you can see how it's just sliding down in there, it doesn't have like a stopping point. Once I start doing my nails, you'll see it go down a little further, and that lets me know it's time for me to get a new pen. But anyway, I set the setting on a 3. I have it marked to up. This machine will go forwards and backwards. So when I'm doing my own nails, I like it to go a certain way. And then when I'm doing my client's nails, I like it to go in the opposite direction. When I first got this machine, I was getting a little confused about which way to go with it. So that's why I just put a little white gel polish on it and labeled it so I wouldn't forget. It is very strong. So when I'm doing my own nails, I only put it up to 3. But listen, if you're trying to get something off the nail, like a top coat of a gel, you might go up to a 5 or a 6. I would never take it all the way up unless you were drilling down acrylic, but then you have to remember that all drills cause friction on the nail. So no matter what, you want to do gentle strokes in one direction. I like to do the C form. going around the cuticle, cleaning it up. But by this time, my nails were extremely sensitive, so I just wanted to take my time. Now you see how the bit is going deeper and deeper into the wand. That's why I was like, I need to get a new wand now, because definitely is old and needs another one so it can be more stabilized. But I've had that motor for 3 years. That motor is great. Definitely worth the money. I think I might have paid $60 for that. All right, so I did the other hand off camera, and we're going to move on to the next step. All right, so now it's time to prep the nail. But before we do that, we're going to take some alcohol. Make sure it is at least 70%. They do have 50%, if you didn't know it, they do. But make sure it's at least 70%, whether it's an alcohol pad or just alcohol and a paper towel. Please do not use cotton, because cotton will cause you to have lint, and we're dealing with gel, so that could be a problem. But just make sure that you get into the grooves of the cuticle, and if you cut yourself, it's going to burn. I'd rather for it to burn with alcohol than for some gel to leak inside of an open cut. So just take your time and wipe your nail clean of all lint and dust and stuff like that. And then once you let that dry, then you can move on with your nail prep products. Then we're going to let that dry. They look much better. So here we have our nail prep dehydrator from Silverline. We're going to start with that first. And my nails are extremely oily. When I do my nails, if I do my nails gel or if I do my nails acrylic, within a couple of days, one nail will come off. My nail beds are extremely oily. So in using this product, I'm going to test it out. Now, I did my nails on the 13th of February. Today is the 22nd of February. I'll let you know I lost one nail already. I lost one nail on, I'm going to say the 17th. Yes, that's the day I went to the laundromat and I lost a nail that day. So after all this prepping that I did, I still lost a nail. So if you have clients that no matter what you do, they always lose a nail, I really wouldn't worry about it, because a lot of times it has to do with the pH balance, okay? I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm going through menopause. Plus, I have had cancer treatments last year. My pH balance is just crazy right now. So I sweat a lot because of the medicines that I was on and the medicines that I'm still on. And I have oily skin. So between those two things, I decided to do a double dehydration. Now, I would not recommend that you do this to your client. And I say this because when I got to the primer, when I got to the stuff that keeps your nails on, when I got to that, I'm gonna let you know that my nails started throbbing. The tips of my nails were aching. So that's why I said I would not recommend it. I just wanted to see if I did some extra, would it keep my nails on any longer? The answer is no. The answer is no, because I still did not hold the whole 10 set for 1 week. It didn't happen. I lost one pearl and I lost one nail. Like one little, like the overlay, because that's what we're doing. We're doing an overlay. So by the time I got down to this pH bond and I put that on my nails were hurting like they had their own heartbeat. I could feel the blood flow rushing to the tips of my nails, like, oh. But anyway, that's why I said don't do it. I test things out on myself to see how far I can take it. I wouldn't do it on my client that way. Ain't no way. But anyway, just be sure not to put the product too close to your cuticle, because that could be a problem if your client has some type of cut or open wound. Because a lot of times your client ain't gonna say, oh, yesterday I was picking at my nails and I ripped the skin. Because sometimes you can't see everything. Sometimes we have little injuries underneath the free edge. You can't see that. But once that primer hits it or that bond hits it, trust me, they're gonna holler out. And it's not gonna be your fault, because they don't tell you everything. And then medications too, like I said, age, all of that plays a part in whether your nails last or not. So another thing you want to do is make sure that your filing techniques are good too. Those are just some things to think about when you got that one client that's like, my nail. Listen, it's not you all the time. Sometimes it's just your client. You know, they got these long nails. Or I tell my clients this too. Don't go home and get into a bubble bath and you just got your nails done. Don't do that, because sometimes it will take away the shine. You know, because at one time we were using all this hand sanitizer and stuff, and you know that alcohol and gel, you know, alcohol will make gel dull. You got to have a serious top coat for alcohol not to make gel dull. So whenever I would use hand sanitizer, I would make sure to make sure that the hand sanitizer was on my hands. And if it got on my nails, I would wipe away as fast as I could, just to wipe the nails off and buff them to keep them shiny. So there is a way to do that too, but there are some clients that no matter what you do, they're gonna complain. Just keep that in mind as you go about your nail journey and your gel journey, okay? Because there's always one. So now we are down to our foundation. I love this stuff. Foundation is a little bit thicker than base coat. You can encapsulate with it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But it is good to have that nice thick layer between your nail and the many layers of gel that you're about to put on your nail or on your client's nail. So it's always good to have a nice thick base coat. So after you have applied your foundation or your base coat and the nails are completely dry after you have set them in the lamp for 60 seconds, 120 seconds. Sometimes I like to go 2 and 3 times just to make sure. And I do know some nail technicians that will do a double base coat or a double foundation. It all depends on how you want to do it. But if the nails are extremely sensitive to gel, I would only suggest you do it once. Once the nails are dry, then you're going to take an alcohol pad or some alcohol and you're going to wipe off the shine. Now, I was telling you that I had a technique that's going to warm up your gel polishes. So this is another reason why I like Jodsone polishes, is because of how they came in the box. They came in the box connected to the foam. So I have hot cold pack and I put that in the microwave for about 10 seconds, no more than 30 seconds. Don't want it too hot, but just want it hot enough so when you sit this whole set of polishes on top, because that's what I did to warm up the whole thing, because I didn't know what polishes I would be using. Then I feel underneath the bottom. Once it starts to get warm, that's good, because once you warm it up one time, you don't have to do it again. It will mix well once you start stirring it up in the bottle so that you don't get a lot of bubbles and stuff like that. So right now I'm going to be making Valentine's hearts. So I'm using this foam paper here, plastic foam paper. You peel off the paper, one side is smooth, one side is matte. I'm going to use the smooth side. I got these pins also from Amazon. They were $7.99. One of them came bent. It came like that. Okay, but that's okay. And it also came with 2 gel brushes that had a dotting tool on each end. So let me open them up and let you see what they look like. I decided to use color red B03, but they're very pretty. I forgot to show you guys the gel ones with the dotting tool on the end, so I forgot about that until I look back at the video, so please forgive me for that. But today we're going to be using the 5mm. Everything that I use in this video, I will link down in the description box below. So I'm going to show you how I made my hearts. At first I was going to just dot them with the fingernail polish itself, but then I changed my mind and I decided to use a dotting tool instead. But you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. So I'm going to put some red onto my palette here. Put that to the side because you don't need a drop. A drop goes a long way. And you're going to make 2 circles. And then you're going to take your line brushes, whichever one you want to use. I'm using a 5mm today. So I'm going to take my line brush and put some gel on it. And I'm going to connect the dots together. So we're connecting the dots here. Now some of you might already know how to do this technique, but for those of you that don't know how, this is how I do it. Then I'm going to put that in the lamp and I'm going to let that dry. Now I did notice that it didn't dry all the way underneath the bottom, which was fine with me. No big deal. So I'm going to make more. And I used the shiny side or the oily side so that the gel would just slide off. Now I have seen people do it with plastic too. You can also do it with like plastic jar container tops. You can do it that way. Just something that is easy to remove. Or you can even do it, you know, with your stamper, your rubber stamper. So like I said, I'm just making 2 dots and then I'm pulling them together. And I'm gonna make a heart out of that. Just take your time. I got a little excited and I made a little mistake, but that's all right. Mistakes are to be made and corrected. Just try to make the heart as best you can. You can practice making a heart this way. Just do the best that you can, okay? If you're great at drawing, I'm better at abstract art than I am with just drawing stuff. But when I saw this technique on Instagram, I wanted to try it. I'm like, that looks like it might be easy. Let's try that. I like to airbrush my hearts, really. I think that's the best way to do it. They come out really nice and frosted looking. But I was like, you know, let's try this technique. And then I'm going to put these hearts once they get cooked in a little easy bake oven. Once they get ready and I put them on my nail. We're going to see how they look. Alright, so we're going to throw them in the lamp before they start. Because you can see them starting to change shape. So just throw it in the lamp. You just do one at a time and then you don't have to worry about it changing shape. So after they're dry, then you're going to remove them. So as you can see, you see what I mean by they weren't dry underneath the bottom, but that's fine. As long as they dry on the top, that's all that matters. Gel connects to gel very well, so I'm not really even concerned about that. The technique did work. That's the point. Okay, so I'm not going to do too much talking now. I want you to sit back and watch me create these sets of nails that I did on myself. I also use Marathon Builder Gel, Hard Gel Builder Gel for this technique that I'm going to be doing. And I also used some of the embellishments that came in another pack that I had. So just tried to get as many little hearts that I could. I used off-white, I used the glitter pink, and I used glitter silver as well. Okay, so I'll be back later on in this video. Enjoy. Okay, so now I am almost done with this hand, and then we're going to do the reveal. I did the other hand off camera. You see how long it took me just to do a manicure and just do one hand. I did not cut this video at all. I wanted to, but I was like, you know what, let's just see how long it will actually take me to do one hand. I think the nails came out good. These little mini kawaiis, I think they're just so cute. And like I said, today is the 22nd and they're still on. I did lose one pearl and I did lose one overlay on the opposite hand. So now I am going to go in with the top coat and seal everything down. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the reveal. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you know someone that would love to join the family of nail friends, please don't forget to share this video with a friend. And until I see you again, nail friends, have a wonderful and blessed day.